Firstly, mangrove forests can act as a breeding ground for aquatic life. The mangrove forest is crucial for providing nurseries for fish and shellfish, crab, prawns, and other marine species. The roots and submerged structure protect juvenile aquatic creatures from predators, enhancing their survival rate. For example, an estimate of 75% of commercially caught fish spend some time in the mangrove or depend on the food web that can be traced back to this coastal forest. Next, the mangrove forests provide habitat for both terrestrial and avian species. It can serve as a bird nesting and feeding site. The tangled roots and hollow within the trees provide ideal hope for various species to construct their hive safe from the predators.
Moving on, let's look at the importance of mangrove ecosystem to the local community. The local community that lives around the mangrove ecosystem relies on the resources from the mangrove ecosystem to sustain their lives due to several reasons. First and foremost, mangrove ecosystem is a breeding ground for many marine animals such as fish, crabs, prawns, and etc. This is due to the complex root system of the mangrove that provides physical protection to the marine animals against the predators as well as the abundant food that is available in the ecosystem. Fishing is a primary source of livelihood for the coastal community. The productivity of mangrove ecosystem ensures a steady supply of fish for the fishermen. These local fishermen can sell their catches in the market to gain income or provide it as a food source for their family. Apart from that, mangroves also plays a significant role in the production of honey. This is because many species of mangrove produce flowers that are rich in nectar. These flowers attract the bees to collect the nectar and produce the honey. In coastal areas where livelihood often heavily depends on fishing, honey production also serves as an alternative source of income for the coastal community. Last but not least, it is evident that mangrove ecosystem plays a significant role in the economy of the local community in order to sustain their lives.
Moreover, based on the article, the threat to mangrove ecosystem is land clearing for development purpose. Land clearing for development purpose involve removing vegetation, rocks, trees, and other obstruction from a site to prepare it for construction. One of the key aspects for coastal development is for industrial zone. Establishment of industrial zones near coastal areas often leads to the clearing of mangrove to make space for factories and warehouses. For illustration, in 2023, at eastern Sumatra, a 100-hectare patch of mangrove trees was cleared to make way for an oil palm plantation. This development inevitably brings with it associated issues of altered hydrology, erosion, and pollution. While necessary for development, land clearing has significant environmental, social, and economic implications. Thank you.
Now, what are the impacts of human activities on mangrove ecosystem at Sungai Dinding, Kampung Setiawan? The first impact is a food chain disruption. The loss of any species in the ecosystem has a ripple effect. With fewer fish in the nursery, there are less food for larger predators, impacting the entire food chain. Second is enhancing the erosion along the coast, in which the roots of mangrove trees serve as an organic barrier, mitigating the impact of waves and tides. Coastlines are more vulnerable to erosion without this protection, endangering infrastructure and uprooting communities. Besides, the water filtration will also decrease. When pollutants enter the ocean through mangrove roots, they are captured and filtered. This keeps the water clean for coastal communities and marine life. Forest clearing raises the possibility that contaminated runoff will enter the ocean, endangering ecosystem and possibly posing a health risk to people. Lastly, the decreasing of carbon storage, in which mangrove forests store greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide very effectively. Climate change is increased by the removal of trees, which release the carbon that has been stored in the atmosphere.
One effective solution to overcoming the threats to mangrove ecosystem is the implementation of the incidental actions by other authorities. These plans should integrate sustainable development practices, enforce strict regulations against deforestation and pollution, and promote the restoration of degraded mangrove areas. These include establishing the protected areas, monitoring biodiversity, and providing alternative livelihoods for communities that depend on the mangrove resources. Education and awareness campaigns are also crucial to gain public support and encourage community participation in the conservation efforts. Through these multifaceted strategies, authorities can mitigate human impact, enhance ecosystem resilience, and preserve the vital ecological and economic benefits that mangrove forests provide to us.